Hey guys, it's Lily and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be filming my everyday makeup routine for you guys because it's been requested and I thought that it would be a good intro makeup video on my channel. Excuse the fact that I'm not wearing any makeup and my skin looks horrendous and all of my makeup brushes are dirty. But yeah, I wanted to film this video because it's a little bit more chatty and easy to follow than some other tutorials may be. I'm definitely going to be doing basic videos on my channel, like basics of foundation, basics of contouring, basics of eye makeup, so that you guys can actually learn and I can teach you something rather than just expecting you to follow along. But I wanted to do an intro video kind of like what I do every day. Now I definitely don't do this every day. Most days I just throw on some concealer and mascara and then run out the door. But this is for days where I still feel like going a little bit more full out, but I don't want to be like full beat, so this will be a little bit more bronzy and natural and glowy. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right into it. Alright, to start off this makeup tutorial, I'm going to prime, and I'm so extra about my makeup and I use 2 primers, which is definitely not needed, but it's just what I do and what I find works for my skin. So first off, I'm going to start with the Rimmel Fix and Perfect Primer, and this does so many amazing things. It smooths, it fills in lines, it helps my makeup last longer, and it's really amazing and I highly recommend. What you'll find is that a lot of the stuff I have is drugstore and super affordable. Now I do throw in some high-end stuff here and there, but I want my videos to be relatable and accessible, I guess, for you guys, and drugstore products are usually like that and everyone can get their hands on them super easily. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. So I'm just going to take a pea-sized amount of this primer onto my finger, about that much, and then dot it all over my face. Now the thing I like about this primer is that it has some silicone in it, but it doesn't feel like it's the first ingredient, because my skin doesn't really react with 100% like silicone products like the Maybelline Baby Skin, and I find that my foundation applies really weird on top of it, so I don't really like to use those. Now on top of that primer, I'm going to be spraying the NYX First Base Primer Spray, and this is an extra step. You 100% don't have to do this, but I find that it adds a little bit more glow and helps my makeup glide a little bit better onto my skin. Alright, so now that primer has set a little bit and dried into my skin, I'm going to go in with foundation. Now for my foundation today, it is going to be a little bit more natural, but I still want full coverage, but I want it to still look like my skin. So I'm going to be mixing 2 foundations. I'm going to be mixing the NYX BB Balm in the shade 2 Natural with the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation in the shade 302 Creamy Natural. And I really like this combination because the BB cream is super glowy and really natural, but the L'Oreal foundation gives it the coverage that I want. So I'm just going to mix those together on the back of my hand and then dot it all over my face. I'm just going to be taking my Eco Tools sponge. Ignore how dirty it is, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to be taking this sponge to blend this in, and this is already dampened. I also want to make sure to bring that foundation down my neck so that there isn't a line of foundation where my skin stops and the foundation starts, because I find that's really unflattering and it's super noticeable. Alright, so now that my foundation is blended how I want it, I'm going to be going in with concealer, and I use the Maybelline Better Skin concealers, and I use them in 2 shades, shades Ivory 10 and Light 20, and I use the lighter shade under my eyes and in places I want to highlight, and the normal shade to cover blemishes. So I'm going to go in with the light shade and draw a kind of triangle under my eyes. I don't really know what I'm doing with this, but like, whatever. I'm going to take that down the bridge of my nose and a little bit on my forehead and a little on my chin. Now with highlighting, you really don't want to highlight places that you have blemishes. So normally people highlight their cupid's bow, but my skin is really bad right now and I have a ton of acne right there, so I definitely don't want to highlight that. So I'm going to take this darker color that's closer to my actual skin tone and put that on blemishes. Alright, so after I've applied all my concealer, I'm going to take that beauty sponge again and just bounce it and blend in everything. Alright, so now it's time for powder, and I'm even more extra when it comes to powder. I'm so sorry, but I'm going to set my under eyes first, and I'm going to be taking the Covergirl Advanced Radiance Powder in the shade 110, and I'm going to take that on like a tapered tulip brush and apply that under my eyes to set. Now for areas that I want more coverage, I'm going to be taking the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder, and I don't know the shade, I'm sorry, it's not on the back, but I'm going to take that on a little more dense foundation brush. I don't use it for foundation, I use it for powder, but I'm going to take that on this brush and pack it in areas where I want more coverage. Alright, so after that's done, it's time to set the rest of my face, and I'm going to be using this Covergirl Loose Powder in the shade 105 Translucent, and I'm going to tap some of that into the cap, and then I'm going to take this fluffier brush by Sony Kashuk and brush that all over my face. Alright, so now I'm going to take one more powder, which we will actually use again later, and I'm going to take the Maybelline Master Fix Loose Setting Powder, and I'm going to use that to bake slightly around my face. So for baking, you just want to apply this with a damp beauty blender is what I typically use, and you want to apply it to places that you want your makeup to last a really long time. So I don't apply it all over my face, some people do, but it's a personal preference thing, but I just apply it to places where I want my makeup to last as long as possible. While the powder is baking on my face, I'm going to move on to bronzing and contouring. So for my contour today, I'm going to be using the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula, and I know you're probably like, Lily, that says bronzer in the name, but it is a very neutral tone bronzer, and it just gives the most beautiful contour, and I really love it, and it blends out amazing. But yeah, I'm going to be taking this fat angled brush, and what I do is I take the powder on like half of the brush, and I use that to sculpt out a line with the powder, and then I'll take the whole brush to blend it out. So next I'm going to contour my jawline, and the big mistake that people make with this is they put it on their jawline, but the premise behind it is to create a shadow. So you actually want to go under your jawline and sculpt out underneath that. And I'm just going to bronze up my forehead on the other side and in the middle, and then go in with the contour powder on the other side. Now, don't worry if you're still a little bit confused about contouring. I will do like an in-depth video about that, but I was just kind of showing you like a sloppy overview of what I typically do. Now I'm going to bronze, and there is a difference between bronzing and contouring, which I did not learn until somewhat recently, so if you didn't know, you are not alone. But I'm going to be using the Milani Baked Bronzer, and it is this beautiful, like really warm tone with some gold shimmer through it. But this is in the shade 4 Glow, and I'm just going to be taking a little bit bigger powder brush to apply that. And I'm just going to go over my cheekbones and around the forehead. Now I'm not going to be going on the jawline with this product because this is more for adding warmth than it is for contouring, but yeah, just like that. Alright, so I just took a big powder brush and dusted off my excess bake, and we are actually going to be baking again just underneath the contour to sharpen it up. We are not going to let it sit as long because it's not for longevity, it's just for cleaning up the lines, but we are going to take more of that Maybelline translucent powder on the tip of my Real Technique sponge, and we're just going to draw a line underneath the contour like that. But yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do. So now that we have that bake sitting and sharpening up that contour, we are going to use some blush, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Visible Lift blush in the shade Rose Gold Lift, and it's actually like a cream blush, but I find that it sits perfectly fine on top of powders. So I'm going to be taking this little domed powder brush and dipping that in and swirling it around and applying that to my cheeks. But yeah, I think it looks super pretty, especially with the natural makeup look. So I dusted away the bake, and I made sure that everything on my cheeks was blended out with the blush and made sure that it was blended together with the bronzer. And now we're going to move on to my favorite step, highlight. So my go-to highlight recently has actually been a mix of two highlighters. I've been mixing Becca's Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill, which is this like super peachy gold color, with the LA Girl Strobe Light Strobing powder in the shade 110 Watt, which is like a bright white gold. So I'm going to take Champagne Pop first, and I'm taking this like a little bit more of a packing highlight brush instead of a fan brush, and I'm going to tap off the excess and then apply that to my cheekbones. Then what I do after applying an initial layer of that, I take the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set Spray, and so I spritz that onto the brush, tap off the excess, and then I apply that on top, and it's just going to intensify it a little bit more. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So now on top of that, on the highest points of my cheekbones, I'm going to take the white highlight and dampen it. And this is going to make our highlight blinding when you turn your head. And I know that not everyone wants a highlight this blinding. You definitely don't have to. I like a really intense highlight. It's my favorite part of makeup. So I go all out with that. I don't know if it's picking up on camera. I hope you guys can see it. But yeah, that's what it looks like. And then on the rest of my face, on like the highlighting points that I want to emphasize, I'm going to just take the white highlight on my finger and put it on the tip of my nose and down the bridge a little bit, and take the brush to blend it out slightly. Ooh, that's really intense. Then I'm going to take it on my finger again and go on the Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to take Champagne Pop and apply it on my chin. But yeah, those are the main places I like to highlight. So I'm going to move on to eyes now. I don't really do a ton of eye makeup on everyday days, but I'm going to show you the limited products that I do use. So first off, I brush through my eyebrows because there is probably some foundation residue still left on them. And then I take this eyebrow gel from e.l.f. that I actually really like. It's a double-ended clear mascara and brow gel, and I'm just going to brush this through my brows. Now I will do what I actually do to fill in my brows, like for full out makeup, in a different video. But for this, I just like to brush some clear brow gel through my brows. Alright, so now that my brows have some clear brow gel on them and they are set in place, I'm going to move on to mascara. I use a combination of two. First, I lay down the Clump Crusher by, I think this is by Covergirl, and I apply that on my lashes. Now the thing that I really love about this mascara, it is not super thick. It's really thin, but it just spreads out your lashes, and I think that it's a really good base for other mascaras. Now with my lashes, I typically do one eye at a time, so I'm just going to show you the other mascara right now. I like the Maybelline, the Colossal Big Shot Mascara, and this mascara is so good. I was actually completely blown away. I bought it because Manny NUA was on the ad campaign for it. But so yeah, I'm just going to run that over my lashes. Now I'm also super messy when I apply mascara, so I'm going to let the mascara that got onto my lid dry while I do the other eye and bottom lashes. So now, using yet another mascara, I'm going to do my bottom lashes, and so I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Total Tease Waterproof Mascara. Clumps, no. Sorry, I make the weirdest faces when I do my bottom mascara. Most people I know do, but it's just like such a bad habit. My bottom mascara has never looked clumpier in my life. I'm so sorry. Ow. Alright, my bottom mascara has never looked clumpier in my entire life. I am so sorry about that. But now let's move on to lips, which is one of my favorite parts of makeup. Alright, so now that most of the makeup is off of my lips, I'm going to go ahead and apply a liquid lipstick. This one is the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Seduction. Now, this is, of course, my typical color. If you know me, you know I'm obsessed with colors like this. It's just like a nude, pinky brown. And I'm going to apply that onto my lips and then apply a gloss on top. I'm sorry for literally the worst liquid lipstick application ever, as well as bottom lashes. I'm just not on it today. I'm going to be extra AF again and apply 2 lip glosses. You definitely do not need this. You can leave the lips like this, add 1 gloss, add as many glosses as you want. But I'm going to be taking this super light lip gloss, and this is the Vivid Hot Lacquer by Maybelline in the shade... I don't know, bro. I don't know the shade. It's the super light one. But I'm going to be applying that in the center of my lips. It makes my lips look really pouty and fuller, and I think it gives them more dimension than just one color all the way across. I'm going to be taking this other lip gloss by Black Radiance, and it's this super shimmery lip gloss. I love glitter and everything's shiny, so I love putting this on top of my lipstick. So this is just a like brown pinky nude shade, and I'm just going to apply that all over my lips. Alright guys, and that is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry that I'm the worst beauty guru in the entire world and that my makeup skills are definitely subpar, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something, and definitely keep watching for more videos. I will be doing a ton more videos in the future, especially makeup related. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and leave comments down below video requests you have. I really enjoyed filming this as usual, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!